Top 10 animals that can paralyze human quickly. Hello everyone. I am your host with an amazing brand new video in which we will talk about Top 10 animals that can paralyze human quickly. First of all, be sure to subscribe our YouTube channel for more informative videos. Animals may pose a risk to people by inflicting painful attacks, such as those by large cats, bears, crocodiles, sharks, etc., or by poisoning after their flesh has been consumed. In contrast to poisoning, envenoming, American/Australian envenomation happens when venoms released by specialized glands are injected through the victim's skin or applied to absorbent mucous membranes. A venomous animal has a cunning delivery method, like teeth or a stinger, and the toxin is typically synthesized close to this weapon to facilitate easy dissemination. The poison dart frog and its deadly coating are the poisonous internal organs of the puffer fish. On the other hand, are examples of poisonous creatures that contain a toxic material but lack a mechanism for dispersing the poison. Number 10. Blue poison on the wing. Only a handful of bird species have been known to deploy chemical weapons, and the blue-capped ifrit, Iphrita cowldi, is one of just 3 genera known to carry poison, all of which are found in New Guinea. The blue-capped ifrit, like the other venomous New Guinean birds, steals its poison from its food rather than producing it. The bird eats beetles from the genus Chorcine, which have high concentrations of homobatrachotoxins, a powerful neurotoxin known as a batrachotoxin. The bird can absorb the batrachotoxins into its skin and feathers by nibbling on these lethal bugs. This concealment of weapons is intended to fend off prospective predators and parasites that might be parasitic freeloaders. Number 9. Blue-ringed octopus, submarine killer. The genus Hapaloclina contains at least 3 species of blue-ringed octopuses, which are found in the warm Pacific and Indian Oceans. They are regarded as the most venomous aquatic life on Earth. The octopus must be admired from a distance due to its stunning coloring and calm demeanor. The octopus prefers to run than to fight unless provoked, thus pinning them in a corner is not a good idea. The blue-ringed octopus is only 20 centimeters long at most, but it nevertheless carries enough poison to kill 26 adult humans. Injuries are made worse by the lack of antivenom and the fact that many victims are unaware they have been envenomated until their symptoms manifest. By that time, the problem has already started. If you're unlucky enough to get bitten, you'll get a smorgasbord of chemicals, including acetylcholine, taurine, tetrodotoxin, tryptamine, histamine, octopamine, and dopamine. Number 8. A platypus, duck-billed horror. One of nature's oddest creatures is the platypus, Ornithorhynchus anatinus, also known as the duck-billed platypus. The platypus is a native of Australia's farthest eastern reaches and is one of just 5 extant species of monotremes. The platypus is a mammal that lays eggs, hunts using electroreception, walks more like a reptile than a mammal, has eyes that resemble fish, and sleeps for 14 hours every day. It also stores fat in its tail and hunts using electroreception. The male platypus is one of a very small number of animals that produces venom. This venom is secreted from spurs on the hind limbs and is only generated by males during mating season, which is another weird attribute to add to our list. A variety of at least 19 peptides and a variety of other non-proteinous substances can be released by the platypus' movable spurs. The majority of the peptides can be divided into 3 groups: defensin-like peptides, which are akin to reptile poisons, C-type natriuretic peptides, which affect blood pressure and nerve growth factors. Number 7. Cone snails are attractive but dangerous. Cone snails are a family of sea-dwelling, predatory mollusks with over 700 species. Many of these species have attractively decorated shells. An infrequent diver would be tempted to pick them up, something they would quickly regret. Some cone snail species can strike fear into the heart with their needle-like modified radula tooth. They launch the radula into their prey as a harpoon and release their poison. Once paralysis has occurred, the mollusk calls in its prey. The harpoon of the snail is so strong that it may pierce a wetsuit. Each type of cone snail has a unique venom made up of hundreds or even thousands of distinct chemicals. Larger species can deal a lethal blow, whereas smaller species can only cause little harm to people, comparable to a bee sting. Number 6. The deadly Komodo dragon lizard. Only 5 Indonesian islands are home to the largest living reptiles, the Komodo dragons. Varanus komodoensis, the island of Komodo being one. They were around 3 meters long and 70 kilograms in weight, and they made a mean figure. The Komodo dragon was once thought to be a non-venomous species, however today there is much debate about the toxicity of the lizard. Long recognized effects of the Komodo dragon bite include fast swelling, interference with blood clotting, and shooting agony in the area of the bite. This bodily response was thought to be caused by a combination of shock and the high levels of bacteria that were entering the animal's bloodstream through the Komodo dragon's jaws. Some experts, though, questioned whether there may be more to it. Number 5. Cobras. The majority of a cobra's venom is neurotoxic. Some cobra species bite their prey, while others spit venom directly into their eyes. In some cases, depending on how much was injected, their bites cause paralysis. A typical king cobra is 11 to 13 feet long. They reside in India, Southeast Asia, and southern China. Their habitat includes wetlands, bamboo stands, woodlands, and streams. This snake is a carnivore that eats lizards, birds, and other snakes. In the wild, king cobras have a lifespan of 20 years. Number 4. Krites. Krites can be found throughout tropical Asia, from the region close to Iran through Bangladesh and Sri Lanka on the Indian subcontinent, and then on to Southeast Asia, including Indonesia and Borneo. The average overall length of krites, including the tail, is between 1.0 and 1.5 m, 3 feet 3 inches and 4 feet 11 inches, though specimens as large as 2.0 meters, 6 feet 7 inches have been spotted. The banded krite, the fasciatus, can reach a maximum size of 2.125 meters, 6 feet 11.7 inches. 5. The smooth, glossy scales of the majority of krite species are arranged in striking, striped patterns with alternating black and light-colored sections. This could act as aposematic coloring in its grassland and scrub jungle habitat. Hexagonal scales cover the dorsal ridge of the back. The eyes have round pupils, and the head is thin. Krites feature a distinct dorsolateral flattening, which gives their cross-section a triangular shape. Number 3. Sea snakes. From the Arabian Peninsula to Australia, one can find the world's deadliest sea snakes. They prefer to reside in estuaries and lagoons close to the shore, where they have been known to entangle themselves in fishermen's nets and bite people fatally. Their poison is stronger than cobra venom and is exceedingly toxic. The Enhydrina schistose snake was long assumed to be the same species that live in Asia and Australia. These snakes have beak-like lips with a notch between the lower jaws, which give them a similar appearance. Number 2. Vipers. The majority of the planet is home to the Viperidae viper family of snakes, except for Antarctica, Australia, Hawaii, Madagascar, and numerous other remote islands. They have lengthy, compared to non-vipers, hinged fangs that allow for deep penetration and the administration of their venom. They are venomous. There are presently 4 recognized subfamilies. They go by the name viperids as well. The word viper comes from the Latin word vipera, which also means viper, and may have been formed from the words vivus, alive, and parere, to beget, to refer to the trait of viviparity, giving live birth, which is frequent in vipers and most species of the Boidae family. Number 1. Rattlesnakes. There are more than 24 different species of rattlesnakes, and they all have the snake's most recognizable trait, the rattle. The rattlesnake's tail tip is where it can be discovered. The snake utilizes its rattle to frighten away prospective attackers or to divert prey. The sound made by the rattle's bony and hollow donut-shaped segments striking one another is what is known as the rattle sound. The rattle's end wears out and breaks off as rattlesnakes get older. When a rattlesnake molts or sheds its skin, new segments grow. Rattlesnakes, like other snakes, lack ears and are unable to hear the majority of sounds. They pick up on-ground vibrations to pick up movement. Even in low light, their eyes have good vision. So here is the end of this interesting video. Did you like it? Please post your valuable comments in our comment section. And remember to subscribe to our channel.